Hey guys, it is Andrea. Today I'm coming at you with a plan with me. I'm actually in a decent mood compared to the past like 2 weeks. And I'm glad I waited until now. I was going to film this on Tuesday night, but honestly that would have been probably a wreck. But I'm feeling like okay. So I feel like I'm happy that I decided to wait till now. And now I'm like in the mood to like talk through the whole dang plan with me because that's like what I'm gonna do with my life. So let's go ahead and go through what I am using. Amanda says hi. She just texted me saying, because I texted her saying I was filming. But so I'm using the Lucky Kit because this week was St. Patrick's Day. I watched Kirsten's plan with me and she said she didn't feel like this week was like St. Patrick's Day. Not that I ever do anything like crazy for St. Patrick's Day, but I feel like honestly any holiday coming up is gonna kind of just feel like very different. I'm gonna try and make Easter a little bit special, but I'm not gonna go all out with like place settings and decorations and stuff just because honestly it's not a priority, and even especially because like I'm pregnant, like very, very pregnant, and I'm just kind of like tired. Yeah, I kind of just like want to sleep, but that also isn't happening either. I've been having like really bad nightmares again, but I'm trying to like, I don't really know how you control nightmares. If you guys have any exercises on like how to control nightmares, that'd be dope. So Lucky is still in the shop if you want to pick it up. You want to use it next year, you want a back plan. Came with the Munchkin Head freebie. I also did have like all of the extras, of course. I do have the gold St. Patrick's Day little bucket list here. I didn't do any of this. I didn't even wear green. Honestly, like I heard a noise. That was creepy. I didn't even wear green. I didn't do anything. Actually, I'm not going to use any of this. Okay, well, that was fun. So then I have this St. Patrick's Day like sheet from Stick with the Plan Co. I keep hearing stuff. Okay, so I have that sheet that I want to use some stickers from. I have a couple of the sheets, actually most of them, besides the deco, because I'm not going to use any of the stars, but I want to use all of the rest of the stuff. So I think I'm actually going to use the half cut headers as bougie boxes this week and then use gold header overlays. So I haven't used half cut headers since I was like actually cutting the headers in half, but a lot of you guys don't know what they're for. You could obviously use them as a header if you just take 2 of them and put them on a header, but you can use them as like bougie. It's like a more affordable route because a lot of people are like, oh, why do you put a full bougie box down if you're just gonna cover it with like boxes? And I'm like, good point. So you can do this if that's like easier, more affordable option for you. I'm gonna use the bow here. I'm gonna use like any of this stuff that I feel like tickles my fancy. And then I have some stuff from Sadie's Stickers. She released some like clover type items, so I'm gonna pull in some of these into my spread as well. I haven't decided. I'm probably not going to use these because I feel like what I want to do is kind of like cut this in half and then use the like lesser half up top. So I probably want to use, I don't know, well actually I'll kind of wait and see because I feel like this might be high up enough that this would kind of like be cute. But I also feel like the green would like, I think the green actually is going to work. Just kidding. Because I feel like that's going to be a lot of gold. And then the header overlay on top of that is going to be gold as well. This is super cute, but it's okay. I was like, maybe I can use it for like pregnancy, but I'm farther from that. I am on the right track. We'll kind of go into that soon because I did have a OBGYN appointment this week. So let's go ahead and get into it. I don't even know what I'm doing with my life this week, honestly. Well, I mean, this week's over, but I have all of my tools here. So I have my whiteout. I white out literally, this is my whiteout ready. Oops, it's a little hard to do on here. What is going on? Oh, it ran off the track. That'll do it. Okay. That is the amount of whiteout I use. That's actually kind of a little more than I normally use. I have my slice tool. I have my handy dandy tweezers. I have my ruler, and then I have my scissors. So what I normally do is start with my bottom washi. So I'm going to be using this guy and then this guy here. So I think for my bottom washi, like I said, I want to use this and then the bows. I'm not sure about the green on green bows. It just seems like kind of a lot. So I think I'm going to use the green on the plaid. I think that'll look really cool. And then use this like gold bits on here. How I'm going to do that, I'm not totally sure. But yeah, I'm going to just do that. See, there's not going to be like a ton left over there. I do have an extra of this, so I'm kind of like debating on if I should cut it a little more strategically. I think I'll do it that way. Is this blank? No. Do this one, or is this, does this even fit on here? No. All right, let's just use one of the end pages on here. All right, let's do this surgery first. I'm actually getting quite hot. All right. This is like a little wasteful, but I do have an extra one because I didn't know what I was gonna do. So I'm gonna kind of put this, I'm just gonna put it right on top because I kind of like the fuller look of it all. I guess I could have just did this on the paper. Oh, it's shorter. Usually they're longer. Interesting. See, these stickers are usually longer than my 15 millimeters and this one's shorter, but it doesn't really matter too much. I'm just gonna cut it. And see, this is what I would put on top. Actually, that's honestly not bad. I feel like that would look cute on top. It's like a little underwhelming, but it's not wild, you know? So then let's do this one. I think that's kind of cute. And then this one's a little longer. I don't know. I don't really care. All right. Okay. I feel like that's like kind of like a cute amount of stuff to put on top. I'm debating. Kind of wish you guys could like let me know what you think, but then it's like kind of too late. All right. Cut that a little bit. All right, so I have these two strips here, right? And then for this one, actually, I'm gonna move this. I'm like sweating up a storm. I might need to turn the air on. For this one, I'm gonna do the bows on here just because I think it's like a cool contrast. I think that's a good look, you know. It's like super uncomfortable to be sitting. All right, and then let's do this one. I love plaid right now. I'm not really like big on the like farmhouse chic modern stuff that I feel like is the whole world right now as far as like decor goes, but kind of like how like simple the color schemes are. Let's do this. Is that crooked? A little bit. Or am I just like seeing things? What am I even looking at? Yeah, that is like, I do not even know how that happened. It starts out like straight and ends straight, but then the middle is just crooked. Oh my goodness. All right, let's do it like that. You gotta make sure you're tight up against your ruler. All right, that should be good. I'm like really roasted in here. Normally wouldn't be wearing a long sleeve shirt, but Bennett picked it out for me and said, Mommy, pink one. I'm wearing like this pink long sleeve Disney jersey. And I'm super sad about it. Not super sad, but like, you know, mildly disappointed because I cooked something in it the one day and there's like grease stains all over it. So it's kind of a sad situation. So let's go ahead and put this one down, but I'm literally sweating balls. Okay. I think I honestly just might take my shirt off. No one is here. No one is going to be here, so. Whew! I am sweating. I'm just gonna walk around in a sports bra. All right. So these are all things that you cared about, I am sure. And then I'm gonna put this underneath. Oh, that's cute. That's a cute look. I like it. Okay. Oh God, I'm hot. I also need a drink and to pull my hair up in a higher ponytail. Okay. See, and that looks cute. Okay, I'm into that. And I think I am gonna just use this on the top. I feel like it's cute. I feel like it's a good look. I'm here for it. Okay, so my full boxes, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna do my normal, which looks like this, and then I'm gonna work on my sidebar. I mark it with a little pen just so I remember. So how I'm gonna do the half cut headers this week, because it's gonna be a little bit different, is yeah, it's gonna be a raw experience. So let's go ahead and I have like so many ideas for this week. You guys have no idea. Because I would need to put my character stickers before I like do this, because otherwise it's not really, I mean, actually I really don't. Let me show you guys how you could do this as well, because I think that this is an important lesson here. All right, so let me go ahead and show you. Ah! Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on. Where is this sheet? All right, hold on. So I think I'm gonna show you guys how to put down your full boxes without doing bougies with this layout, because a lot of people were like, oh, there's no headers. I've showed it before, but oh no, I just got this sheet so dirty. All right, so let's get all my full boxes out. I'm gonna do my sidebar really quick too. I need that for my sidebar. I need this for my sidebar. I need, what else do I need? I need these, some more full boxes. All right, so let's do my side, oh no. All right, so for my sidebar, I know I'm going to be using this. I really would like to incorporate this full box into my spread. And then as for the headers on the sidebar, I'm going to be using the opposite colors, so this one and this one. Okay, so my sidebar, I don't know what I want to do with my life yet. So I have all of these full boxes, right? And I think I want to use this boy. And then this tall girl. Oh wait, how do I do the tall on the side? Okay, so I think I want to use this tall girl here. I love tall boxes. I'm like a big fan of tall boxes. So I'm going to use these for sure. I'm going to put this over here. Right, and then I like to do it in the same order as the colors are. So for example, the black, so I put the black on the bottom. And then I'll do the gray for the header because it's the next color. Not that it really matters, but like if they're available to do it this way, I'm going to, you know what I mean? And then this. I'm so happy that you guys like the new format. By the way, that was like a good part of my week too. All right, here's this. And then for the top one, I haven't decided what full box I want to use. But I do know for these guys here, I'm not going to use like the confetti. I want to use these shamrock ones. Oh God. I'm not a huge fan of putting these like in the spread just because I have to buy two. And also I feel like that might be a lot. But then I have them for the next like 12 years. So it works out. All right. So those in the sidebar, done with those. And then, let's see. Let's do, so I have a lot of full box. Oh, there is no double box. Right. So I actually am not going to do it this way. So I'm going to just put a little strip of white out on this dot. Otherwise I'm going to forget. And I'm just going to put another dot. Where'd my pen go? I feel like I'm just losing my head. All right. I feel like I'm probably thirsty. I'm going to do another one down here. So whenever it comes to my full boxes, I usually do the double box on Saturday and Sunday. And then I just go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And then all of them are pretty much evenly spaced apart. So if it's like 1, 2 box, 1, 2 box, 1, 2 box. So then this one, if it's not a double box, I will put this down here because it's 1, 2, it's 1, this one, 1, 2 box. That makes any sense? And then I like to separate the people. So I think for people in this spread, I think I'm going to use this one. Hold on, let me see. I don't want to use too many, but I know I want to use the redhead girl because I just think the red is so pretty and it just looks so cute with this spread. And I also think it kind of pulls in this box, like the warmer tones. So I kind of want to separate like one on this, like each side of the page to have a little bit of the warm tones in there. And then I think I'm not going to use either of these. Okay, so I think these are all the full boxes I want to use. Is that right then, or is that too many full boxes? I feel like that's too many full boxes, right? Because there's 7 and then I only need 1. So I have to like narrow it down one more. So St. Patrick's Day, what day of the week was that? I don't even know what day of the week it is now. It's Thursday. It's a whole week away. A week back. It was on Tuesday. So Tuesday I'm going to use this box for sure. So I'm going to put the other girl over here. So I'm going to put her on the bottom. Right? Do I want to do that, or do I want to do it? Because I kind of like doing it spaced apart. So I'm going to do that one on Friday. And then, let's see. I'm going to do the girl on Friday. I'm going to do the boy. The girl's going to be here. A girl's going to be here. So I'm going to do the boy on top. I'm going to put them on the table and see how that works. And then these are the rest of them. So what do I want to put? I think I'm going to put this like tray. And I have 4 flat lays. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I only have 1 non-flat lay. So that's the other thing. So right now, I only have this day. These ones are unassigned. So these 2 and then these 3. So right now I have 4 flat lays and then 2 non-flat lays. So I don't want to just do, if I did this one over here, I would only have 1. I guess that actually would make sense. Okay, so I'm going to do that. So I'm going to put this one up here. So I'm going to do this one. Like that, and then I'm going to use a flat, that's 2 flat lays in a row though. But I'm going to do it. So there's going to be 2 flat lays on each side, and then 1 non-flat lay. Okay, the balance is important to me. I know this all probably sounds like super crazy, but you'll, I don't know. I don't know if anybody else cares as much. Does anyone else care this much about like how many flat lays are on each side, how many other stuff's on each side, or does no one else care? I don't know. So this is going to be a flat lay and this is going to be a flat lay, so it doesn't really matter. I don't really have any preference. I think I want to use these 3. This one's like kind of plain but kind of cute, so I'm kind of like, I don't know. So I'm going to use this one here for sure because I love this one with the markers. The markers are super cute. I think I might have recolored the markers from the XOXO one for this. I can't remember if I did or not. And then I'll use the planner one over here. And then how you would do the headers for here. So like normally I have a bougie box, so I just line them up on top. But if you don't have a bougie box, okay, so what you would do is you just take this guy and you'd put your header on here, and then you take your ruler and just line your ruler up on top of it. Oh, my belly too big for this. Right here. Okay, like that. And then it'll be like the exact space part you need it to be. And you can kind of like push it down. See how it's not like moving because it's resting on top of those headers. And then you just do the same thing over here. And then they are exactly even. Again, continue over. Rest it on top. Could have put the one that's on Sunday, but I feel confident in my skills. My header laying down skills. See, that's super easy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the rest of the full boxes, then come back because it's going to take me like a second. And then I can do it kind of with my head laying over it, and you guys won't see the top of my head, but I'll be right back. Okay, so, what a day. So let's go ahead and put in my dates. So this was the 16th. So, I'm just voice memoing everyone I know. I'm a voice memoer. I know, it's terrible. So, yeah, let's go ahead and put these dates in. I'm going to use the sparkly green ones. Like I said, I'm going to be using the sparkly green ones versus the clover ones. The clover ones are super cute. But I think because I'm going to do gold header overlays on all of the headers. Because I don't really want to use the star ones. I think the star ones are going to be cute for like a different occasion, but not this one. Because I feel like I'm using clovers. If I wasn't using clovers, I'd be here for the stars. But I feel like stars and clovers, I mean, I guess they could go together. I don't know. There's no rules. So because I'm using the gold here and then the gold overlay on top, the like scraps of the bottom, I figured doing the green would make the most sense, just because otherwise it's going to be like a lot of gold on top. And I want this to be like a mixed metal spread, you know. So I am going to just use the scraps of this just because it is like pretty minimal, but I'm not like mad about it. So I'm going to just put this up here. It's cute. It has little fuzzies on it though because I cut it on this paper. All right, I have this one here. So it's like pretty minimal, but I'm not like mad at it. So I'm happy with it. And then off camera, what I'm going to do, because it's going to take a minute, is I'm going to put a header overlay on top of each header. I kind of debated on using, this is the chunky one, using the regular one. I might kind of just like look at it and decide last minute. I'll let you guys know which one I picked. And then I'm also going to take one of these like half cut headers. And because, I don't know if you guys watch my plan with me, or this is your first one, but I like there to be nothing touching the top and the bottom. Oh my god, I have like this idea of something I wanted to do, but it's not going to work this way. Be too much work. I'm not into too much work today. All right, so we're going to do this and then this. Okay, so I'm going to do that on each box because I like having, let me zoom you in so you can see. I like having like, if I did put a sticker down here, I would want to have a little bit there, so it's kind of just prepping me for my spread. And then I'm going to pull all of my character and script stickers. And I think this is going to be super cute. Oh, actually, I have to do these. So I'm going to do these first. All of my overlays. Oh my god, this is actually like a really, really, really exciting spread. Because I think it's going to look really fun. Just kind of trying to debate because I feel like I'm actually probably going to go with, let me pull them out. I did do like a full collection, like flip through kind of thing of my stickers on Wednesday if you guys want to see that. So that is up on my channel. I think I'm going to use this one. Oops, that one's not a full sheet. Do I have a full sheet of gold? Oh yeah, there's one right on top. Okay. I'm going to use those, I think. Okay. That is decided. But let's do the full box overlays first on camera so I can show you guys how I'm spacing those apart. Did you guys see any of that? I don't know, but I decided that I'm going to use the regular glitter instead of the like chunky, just because I think it'll like show the colors a little bit more through. And then as far as overlays, I have these ones, which are super cute. And then I have these ones, which I don't like using a ton of these, maybe like one of each. And then I have corners. So I'm going to use these first. And I think I'm going to do this one here. And then this one up here. And then I have these two. So I'm going to do one on each side. So I think I'm going to do... Actually... You know, it'd be kind of cute. Kind of here for it. Is doing this. So I can get more like out of these. And then I'll use a corner on the other half. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this one up here. No, I'm going to do this one down here. And then I'm going to do the bottom half up here. That's super cute. Okay, I'm in love. I'm in love. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this half. So I think I'm going to do this down here. And then this one here, I think. And then for these ones on the opposing, oh, they're all the same. Okay, that's annoying. I guess I'll just turn them. Yeah, I mean, it's a look. All right, just do this. And then I guess I'm turning it again. And do the same things over here. These ones are right though. Can't really tell anyways, it doesn't really matter. And then this here. Cute. So I'm done with those corners. And then I have, how many boxes left that don't have anything on them? This one, and this one. So I'm going to use 2 of one of these and then 1 of the other ones. So I think I'm going to use, let's see how this will look. No, I'm going to use this one up here. Cute. And then I'll use, since that's there and then these 2 are kind of farther out, I'll use these on here. Ooh, I love this spacing. So you kind of have like the strokes and then you have like the confetti ones kind of spread out. This looks so cute. So like I said, I'm going to go ahead off camera and do all of the like top and bottom half cut headers. I'm going to do all of the regular headers. And then I will also pull all of my character stickers so those are ready to go. And then I will be right back. Okie dokie. I feel like that took forever and a stinking day. So I feel like this week was like real, like not fun. Where's my scissors? How can I never find anything in my whole life? There's these. Where's my scissors? Oh, they're there. Okay. I don't need that. Okay, so I guess like just a little update on what's going on in life, more current, because I did have a doctor's appointment. That's kind of been like a big thing on my mind, is like what's gonna go on with like the birth of my child. And as of right now, like everything's looking kind of the same. The only thing is just kind of like hoping that he doesn't come early, because, and I don't know if I explained this, but Nick's parents are in Pennsylvania currently. They are coming home in a couple of days. Today is Thursday, March 26th, and they have a lawyer appointment on tomorrow, and then they're going to be leaving Saturday and hopefully getting back on Monday. Now, as long as they're going to be quarantining in their house, I'm not letting them leave for any reason. I mean, they're on board as well. I'm not like, you guys can't leave, but they can't. You know, so I was like, you know, you can't leave for 14 days from your house. I'm like supplying them with groceries and everything. It's not like they really leave anyways, besides to get like the mail or to come up and see us. So 14 days at their house, and then I'm going to have them come up and kind of like move in for a little. We do have like a spare bedroom, and then they're going to stay with us so that whenever the baby does come, I don't know if I'm inducing anymore. It's kind of like my whole life is like changed and up in the air, as I'm sure is with everybody else. And then then I think by April 13th they would be quarantined for 14 days. I'm hoping that he comes after that. He's not due until April 20th. And then hopefully that all works out. If not, I personally just don't know if Nick's going to be there, just because I don't know if I want to risk like Bennett getting sick and then, you know, me getting sick and the baby getting sick and Nick getting sick and it being a whole thing. So it's just like a lot of stuff that it's going to be like really last minute. And I feel like on the 13th of April, my like a weight will be lifted off my shoulders as far as like being like, okay, Nick's parents have been quarantined. They're not sick. They can come up, they can watch Bennett if something happens, and going from there. So that's kind of that. Everything's good with the baby. We had an ultrasound. Well, I had an ultrasound. Nick couldn't go because obviously we didn't have anybody to watch Bennett. And yeah, my doctor was very reassuring of everything, so I felt better about that. And then just, you know, life, we're just doing what we've been doing. Work, we're just kind of, you know, listening to what we have to do and doing what we gotta do, and that's pretty much everything. I feel like I'm calm currently, which is nice because I was kind of losing my mind, crying every day, a mess. Everyone was kind of like working on making me feel like I wasn't losing my mind, and I appreciate that. So thank you to everyone who thank you to everyone who dealt with me, because I was a person that I probably didn't want to deal with because I was just losing my mind. But I feel okay now, which is nice. Checking my text messages. Let's go ahead and get into this week then. So I'm 35 weeks pregnant. I'm now 36 weeks pregnant, and then I'm also not dilated at all, which is kind of nice. I have like mixed feelings about it because I've had so much like pressure down there that I was like, that's all for like nada, like no like sign of anything. But also kind of nice because I mean, you can go from 0 to 4 in like a day, like, or like hours, but it's kind of nice because I'm not like, oh no, I'm 3 centimeters dilated and Nick's parents aren't going to be here and able to watch Bennett for 3 weeks, and it's a whole thing. And then I put in what a week with a munchkin. Munchkins, 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 munchkins. I think this spread's going to be so cute. So definitely a little different though because of using the half cut headers, and it's going to be like, it's going to be fun. Okay. So on Monday, we did sleep in a little bit. Bennett slept for 14 hours. So I mentioned in my last video, it's very funny. I mentioned in my last video that Bennett, we cut naps, and after about a week home of that, we decided to revert back to naps because he was kind of being the world's like most biggest grouch ever. So we went back to naps, but this day he slept 14 hours because he didn't have a nap the day before, and now we're back on nap, so he only sleeps like 11 hours at night. So I'm fine with it because he's less crabby. We tried it and we're not down with the no nap yet. So we're back on naps, and then I wanted to put in that I did cuddle Bennett. So for that, I'm going to use I think one of these guys, and then I'm going to use a half cut header. So I'm actually going to pull out this for whenever I want to like layer something on top. So anything with a rounded corner, I'm going to like layer like this, just so it's a little easier for me to put down on this spread. Oh crap. Okay, I can just do it this way then. Okay. And then underneath that, I'm going to use a patterned fancy label. I think that'll fit really nice. And then that will be for showering, which this was a really exciting shower because I got new shampoo. Does anybody else like get really excited when they get new shampoo and they're like so excited just to wash their hair? That was me. I got a new shampoo and I was so hyped. So I took a shower and washed my hair, and it was pretty dang amazing. So for cuddling with Bubba, I do have my little like custom munchkin that's on the munchkin sheets in the shop. Oh, I didn't even pull out a cuddle time sticker. Let me pull that out real quick. Whew. Yeah, I feel okay. I feel like the thing is like I feel like the panic set in for a couple of weeks, and obviously like I'm still concerned, but I can't like live in panic for months. So I kind of just have to. My like anxiety stems from the unknown and also lack of control. So this is probably the two like they're two very they cover my anxiety. I'm gonna just put cuddle in here. With the unknown, and then also like not having control over the situation. So it's just gonna kind of have to be a balance of me continually just kind of keeping myself in check, and you know, coming up with the game plans is the way that I cope with things. So that's kind of just what I have to continue doing, and I feel like I said as calm as I can be. So then I put in that I was stressed the F out. See, it's kind of like it goes back and forth. I'm gonna put this guy in. And then for that, I have this I'd Rather Die sticker, also from my Munchkin sheet in the shop. And then I also have, I ate a ton of ice cream, like so much ice cream. It was kind of insane, like way too much ice cream almost. So yeah, I'll also be able to tell you guys exactly how many half cut headers I use, which I think is like also like some solid information. So for eating a ton of ice cream, I'm just going to use, I'm going to use this down here. Probably going to use a fancy label or like comparable. See how much room I have. Okay, put this here. This is obviously a little bit more work, but if you're looking on a budget or you're using a wiggle, that's why I did the wiggle like this, because I didn't want it to be like a million extra sheets. This is definitely a way to do it. So I think I'm going to use one of these strips. I think will fit nicely in there, so I'm going to use the dark green, I think. Or, yeah, I'm going to use dark green. In there. Obviously, like if you have, you know, more little things, like if you had like 5 little things in every box, you would need more half cut headers, but you'll be able to see based on like what information I'm putting in, like how much I used. So I ate a ton of ice cream this day. It was Bluebell mint chocolate chip. No. This day I was making like, I ate a ton of like the Bluebell homemade vanilla or something. I think something like that. And then I like every bite would put like chocolate syrup and sprinkles on it. I ate so much ice cream. Like I'm not a big sweets person at all, but I've been like really downing sweets. I almost finished a whole 9x13 cake by myself in like a week. A yellow cake with fudge icing. Bennett helped me a little, but oh my god, it was so good. Amanda delivered it to me. She actually put it in my mailbox like really late at night, and I was like, oh my god, yes. Not the cake, but the cake mix. So that is that. And oh, and then I played a bunch of Roller Coaster Tycoon this night on Nick's computer. And then on Tuesday, I wanted to put in that it was St. Patrick's Day. So for that, I'm just going to use, let's see, I'm going to use another one of these. So I'm just going to grab this. We did do just like the classic like dinner for St. Patrick's Day. It was actually my first time ever cooking corned beef. I did it in the Instant Pot. So we bought this, it was like actually a while ago we bought it, in like at Costco. And I was like, we're not going to need, because I had assumed that we'd have like other people over, like not just us. But obviously that's not the case. So we cut it in half and it was like the perfect amount. It wasn't bad in the Instant Pot, but the thing about the Instant Pot is you don't have a lot of control over, if something finishes early or doesn't cook enough. It's kind of like you're shut out of luck because you can't like add more time once you've like released it all, if that makes any sense, because it's a pressure cooker. So you'd have to like repressurize and you can't like backtrack. So I think the second half of it, I think we're going to do that in a couple of weeks. Maybe when Nick's parents are over, just because I think it would feed 4 people for sure with like some mashed potatoes and carrots. Oh my god, so yummy. Like literally like this. And Nick's parents will probably buy cabbage because they love cabbage. I'm not like I don't hate cabbage. I'm just not like, I don't need it. So I'm going to try and make it in the oven, I think. If you guys have any tips on it, let me know down below. But I think it would be better in the oven. And I'm also good looking for like a seasoning because I use the seasoning packet on the other half. So that's where I'm at. Okay. Then we went to a doctor's appointment for Bennett. Why did we go to a doctor's appointment? I think, because he had a cough. I talked about it last week, but I'm not using that one. We can use a pattern one. I talked about it last week that he had an ear infection and possibly strep, but they didn't want to test him for strep because the medicine covered both. Though Bennett is like really good at the doctors. He honestly kind of loves the doctors. I don't really know why. And he loves the dentist, which he calls the tooth doctor. Which he's only been once, but he always asks to go. And I'm like, baby, you don't need to go. So I'm going to use one of these, I think, too, to be really cute, the book icons. So excited for the new format, by the way. The book icons reminded me about how excited I am. So for Bennett's doctor's appointment, I just have this little teddy bear sticker from Once More with Love. Just thought it was cute. And then I have an appointment script from the Wiggle, and then underneath that I did want to put in that I just played with Bennett. It's kind of just what I do every day, TBH. And then I have a playtime sticker for that, which is in the shop. And then if we move down to the bottom, we just went for a little drive. Like we didn't go anywhere, we just like got in the car and drove around just because we were kind of bored. Also, Bennett, it's funny because Nick just texted me. He is a never-ending pit. My sister-in-law was like, he must be going through a growth spurt, but this kid eats so much food right now. And he's like obsessed with Cheerios. Like, obsessed. Like, I cannot, like, he probably eats at least 3 bowls a day of Cheerios. I'm like, at least it's not like he doesn't want cookies. But like at the same time, I'm like, how much Cheerios like is okay for him? I mean, they're not like full bowls. They're like 2-year-old size bowls. But I'm just like, he eats so much. And like we even like at dinner, like we started to like scarf down our food because if not, Bennett wants to eat all of our food. And like, because he doesn't want it from, he wants it from our plate. And then I don't know, it's just like a whole thing. Like you can't like eat anything around him without him being like, I want that. And then we just have to like hand over the bag of chips or something. And then he just devours them. Like this kid never stops eating. Like he wakes up in the morning, Cheerios, eggs, bacon. I'm like, you eat more than us, Bennett. He's just like a never-ending pit. So then on Wednesday, or not Wednesday, then so we went for the drive. So for that, oh, what do I want to use? I don't even know. I guess I'll just use a regular one of these. All right. But yeah, this kid, he doesn't stop eating. I mean, good for him, but like, jeez. Yeah, the one day I've been cooking like meals for like a meal for dinner, but the other night I was like, this is like our takeout night. Everyone just go pick something from the freezer, like a meal or like something, or eat leftovers or whatever. And Bennett got like, he wanted chicken noodle soup, and Nick got clam chowder, and then I got like just like a meal, like a frozen meal. And Bennett like chowed his down, ate about half of Nick's clam chowder, and then ate like a third of my dinner. And I was like, he's 2 and he's so skinny. Like but he's just like Nick. Nick until like, you know, he was like 18 or something, didn't really have to like be at all concerned because he was just tall and lanky. So there's that. I feel like I've been talking about this forever, but it's just like, it just still blows my mind. I'm like, okay. So then I did take a bath in the evening. So for the bath, I think I'm going to use one of these strips here for the bath. I've been taking a lot of baths at night. They've been very, very relaxing. And then in between there, I'm going to put in this guy here. And then for work, maybe for the drive I'll use a different sticker just because this isn't taking up quite enough space. Definitely is a little bit, not harder, but like you have to be a little bit more like wiggly with like pulling up stickers on the paper versus pulling them up on a bougie. If you ever pulled up stickers on a bougie box, it's literally like the most amazing thing ever. So I think I'm going to use this one for the drive. Like I said, we didn't even go anywhere. We just drove around. We did that yesterday as well. We're probably going to do it a couple of times a week. We don't drive for like obscene amount of times or anything. But we just kind of drive around just to kind of get out of the house with the windows open. Let's see. Let's do this. Because it was also like extra rainy last week, which was kind of like weird. It went from like rainy and now it's like super hot, like 90, which is like nice. I wish that the pool was open, but also like I could only swim a couple more weeks and then I have to go on a break of it. So for the drive, I have the icon, circle icon here. Super cute. And then for work, I just pulled out this like girl because I was like trying to use these, but I didn't know when I wanted to use them. It feels so much better the air is on. Does the air sound bother you? Like if it's hot in here, like if I have the air on, does it like, is it annoying or is it okay? Listen. Can you hear it? You probably can't hear it too much when I'm like actually talking, but you might be able to hear it like if I'm just sitting here silently. I feel like that's just kind of the way it goes. But if it doesn't bother you guys and I'm like dying, I definitely will turn it on. And then I did take a bath. Sorry. I got like a tickle. The other night I was like dying coughing and Nick's like, are you okay? Because you know, you hear anybody cough, you're like, your eyes just get wide and you're like, what's going on? But yesterday I ate like french fries or something and like the potatoes were getting like not stuck on the back of my throat, but I could just feel them and I was like, I'm for sure gonna die. On Wednesday was a really rough day for me. Just saying, just like really, really rough. So I'm gonna use, yeah. I'm gonna use this to mark it, but I pretty much just cried all day. That was pretty much just kind of my day. Wednesday I feel like was just like, it just wasn't fun. Do I want to use this? Yeah, I'm gonna use that. So I just cried all day pretty much. That was just kind of like my day. Like I woke up and then I feel like within 30 minutes I was crying, and then I would take a break and then I would just cry all day. And then I fell asleep and my eyes were like still burning, like as if I cried. Like, I mean, I probably did cry like not too long prior to going to bed. So it's just like a day of crying. So I don't think I've had a day of crying in like 10 years. No, I'm just kidding. I have, but not like this was a lot. So I went in my feelings script because I'm just gonna leave it at that, in my feelings. And then I wanted to make a game plan to kind of like make myself feel better, because that's just literally how I work. So I put in this munchkin sticker that's kind of like, gonna get it, we're gonna make a game plan and do it. And then afterwards I did have to do new releases. This isn't the exact way that it happened. I made the game plan later, and I think the new releases were like in between like my crying spurts. But for new releases I'm going to use a fancy label, and then I'm going to just put this Scribble Prints Co. new releases on here. I mentioned in this week's new release video that I'm just like super thankful for you guys. And you guys have been ultra supportive, which is amazing. I definitely needed all of that, and you guys definitely came through, and I appreciate all of y'all. Then we did have a Target grocery delivery this day. It has been insane. I don't know about y'all in your area, but like grocery deliveries are like a hunt. I'll talk a little bit more about that in a couple minutes, but we had a Target grocery delivery this day, and this one was good. I think I had another Target grocery delivery. I didn't even mark it because I was so peeved. I mean, I totally get it, but at the same time, like almost all my order was canceled, and they gave me like vegan cheese. But I'm going to be giving that to Nick's parents because I don't think they care. So, I mean, I'd eat it if I have to, but at the same time, like, I've had it because my in-laws, my sister-in-law, like she did dairy-free for like a really long time. Yeah, I don't know if they still do dairy-free or not. I think they just try and like low dairy. I don't know. So for the Target delivery, I think I'm going to use a quarter box. But I've had it before, and it's not like the worst in the whole world, but it's not like the same. So would have been either my in-laws would have got it, or I would have just fed it to Bubba because he also doesn't care. Not that I even really care that much about putting cheese on anything, TBH, when I actually think about it. Okay, and then underneath that I'm going to use another fancy label. I feel like I'm like really abusing the fancy labels this week, but it's cute. So underneath the new releases, I'm going to put in that Target grocery order. So yeah, so now I'm just kind of sticking to Amazon delivery, Whole Foods delivery. I haven't done a Whole Foods delivery yet, but I'm going to try one time. I really love Whole Foods meat, but if I don't get it, I don't really care. And H-E-B curbside. I haven't done one of those yet. I think Amanda's is actually tomorrow, so I'm excited to see how hers goes. But those you have to mark out over a week in advance. So I'm actually going to be doing my order I'm going to be doing my order, prepping it today for April 10th, and then I'm going to stay up till midnight to get an 8 a.m. spot. This is how insane it is. But like, I'm just like, the thing is I needed to figure it out so that I don't feel stressed about it anymore. Because now I'm like, I understand how the process works, and I'm just going to do it. So just planning it out. So I have one grocery pickup a week. So the reason why I'm doing one a week, I was just kind of like getting little random things that I need, but I'm going to start doing one once a week that are kind of like not smaller, but I'm going to be having at that time to be shopping for two families. So my family and then Nick's family. So either, you know, even if they don't come up and move in with me, I'm still doing all of their grocery shopping for them on delivery. So like it'll be delivered to my house, and then I just have Nick drive it down and drop it at the doorstep. So I'm going to be needing to do 2 families worth of groceries. I'm not hoarding anything though, obviously. The one thing I have kind of a lot of, I think I have like 50 packs of ramen. But that's not honestly a lot because they come in 24-pack boxes. So there's that. And toilet paper, I think we have one 20-pack. That is it. But toilet paper, like, doesn't really, like, we have 2 boys and Bennett's in diapers still. So toilet paper, like, kind of lasts for quite a while. Besides the fact that I'm pregnant and I pee a lot. So that's what we have. But I don't think we'll need toilet paper for months until Nick's parents move in, and then there's more people using toilet paper. So maybe like 2 months we could probably last on 20 rolls, maybe more, I don't know. But they also might have a couple rolls of toilet paper too, so they can add to the 20. So then on Thursday, I wanted to put in that I did design this day. I haven't really been doing much designing, TBH. At work, we're just kind of like gonna be releasing what we have done, unless something like really amazing comes out, because just trying to keep everything simple. But it's nice because we're always very ahead at work, so no matter what, we'll always be good with that. So design, and then I did watch TV with boys and bake a cake. So for baking a cake, I wanted to use something a little bit larger because I baked that cake. I use this one, my last of these boxes. They're super cute though. For baking the cake, that was the cake that Amanda dropped off on Wednesday night in my mailbox, bless her. And then let's put in a strip of this here. This is from the Little Things page. I love these. So for designing, I have just this like little gold coin because I thought that was kind of cute. Just to use some of those St. Patrick's Day stickers design. And then for baking, I have this sticker here because like Bennett, like his big thing right now, besides eating, is he always wants to help, which is so cute. Like if Nick's like doing laundry or the dishes, Bennett is always like, I help, I help, I help. And then he wants to like load the dishwasher and stuff, which is super cute. And then I have TV, oops, I just ripped that in half, but that's okay. TV with the boys, but yeah, he always wants to help. So whenever I cook anything, Nick does anything, I'm gonna have to get a new one because this just ripped it in half. Okay, so whenever, maybe I'll actually just use an icon rather than having to get things out. But if I cook anything, Bennett is like, I help. If Nick does anything, I help, which is really cute. He's actually pretty good at a lot of things, which is adorable. But yeah, so he helped me with that. And then I went to work because I wanted to do labels this day. And then I also did a bunch of rack bags. So for that, I'm just going to use another piece of washi. And then I did play some more Roller Coaster Tycoon this day. I don't think I've played Roller Coaster Tycoon since I feel like it was a little too easy. And then on the very bottom, I wanted to put that I was stressed and I couldn't sleep. So I think for that, I'm going to use one of these. And then in the middle, I'll just use a fancy label. I think I'll use a solid one. What did I put in the middle, actually? Roller Coaster Tycoon. I could probably use the book label. TBH. Yeah, that fits perfect. So for that, I have the pot of gold for work. Because like I said, I wanted to use up some of those stickers for just random stuff. And then I played, like I said, Roller Coaster Tycoon, like later in the evening. And then I could not sleep. I've been having issues falling asleep, and then also, like I said, having really bad nightmares again. Then on Friday, I was super tired because I did not sleep very well at all. And then, actually I'm gonna do this top to bottom. So I'm gonna, well, no I won't. So I'm gonna do a little thing. This is the first little thing I used this week. It's probably because most things I only used 3. Then after that, actually, you know what actually a little hack would be is I'm gonna put the nap on a fancy label, right? Where's my fancy labels? I got somewhere here. There. All right, so I'm gonna use this one, right? Instead of having to put the little like strip on there, I could just do the top and the bottom first, of the above and the below it, and then just stick it on there. That makes my life so much easier, even though I only did it twice so far. I really have to pee. Okay. And then just stick that. Actually, I need to move these all. Nah, I'm just gonna... Ugh, yeah. I haven't done the little thing yet, so I don't forgot how the slivers go. The Justin Bieber song stuck in my head. Actually, I really didn't like the new album. Not that I didn't like it, I just wasn't like vibing with it. And then I listened to it a couple more times and I was like, yeah, I can kind of get down with this. But I have the acoustic intentions version stuck in my head. So on Friday, put in that I was super tired, so I have a munchkin head for that. And then I did watch Disney Plus with the boys for quite a while. Bennett wanted to watch a bunch of shorts, and he's also obsessed with Forky, which is super cute. Like, loves, loves, loves Forky. And then I did take a nap, so I just pulled out... this sticker here from that same St. Patrick's Day sheet with a nap script. And then if I go down to the bottom, I did watch TV with Nick, and then I also played Pocket City, which is also another game I've been playing. Let's see, I'm gonna do... So Pocket City is on like the App Store, I think. I'm gonna do... Actually, I'll do... So it's on the App Store, and it's kind of like a SimCity type game. I actually quite like it. So I did order a Nintendo DS. Not a Nintendo DS. Dang, I'm old. That's not even old. I had Game Boys. So, I mean, that's not even old either. But you know. So, I ordered a Nintendo Switch. Let's see. All right, I'm done with this. I need to clear out my space a little because I accidentally started using from two different sheets, like a loon. Like, what am I even thinking? So on Saturday, I'm gonna put in that I actually need this. Okay. We watched Frozen. That's not the first thing I want to put in, but it's the first thing I'm going to put in because of like it needs like a minute to like do its thing. So for that, I'm actually just gonna do it here. Just kidding. I'm gonna put this on. So this is another thing that you can do is if you have like a sticker like this, you can just go ahead and like place it down and then just peel up the stickers that it touches. So for this one, oh no, I didn't think about that. Okay, so then this one it would need up to here. See how easy that was then? Beauty Guru. Cute, right? Okay. So I kind of used like a lot of them. 4. Probably could have got around it differently. Oh, darn. Oh yeah, I'm gonna put this here. Cool. So I'm just gonna put this down. We watched Frozen this day. Bennett like kind of just watched Nick's phone while we watched it. He's not interested in like TV yet. Or like, well, TV, movies, things like that. Frozen, I didn't like it. I don't know. I thought it was really boring, and Nick thought it was really boring. It was very predictable. I mean, it is a kid's movie, but like at the same time, I was just kind of like, I don't know. It just, no, I didn't care about it. So then above that, I think I'm going to put in I'm gonna do the final one of these, and then, oh, I'm gonna need more. What else can I use? Because I really don't want to add more because I'm feeling lazy, but is lazy a good enough reason? I don't know. How about I make one of my like custom size boxes? Okay. So let's do the gray. I'm feeling the gray. So when I make like a custom size box, what I do here is you can do a variety of things. You can either just cut it once and then just like, I'll show you how to do it that way. It has like a little overlay, but I really don't think it's like that wild. So I'm just gonna like cut it anywhere. Right. Oh no, that's like 2 grays next to each other. Back to the drawing board. All right, let's do, this is like the dark green and then the black. So I'm gonna do this color, even though that there's like quite a bit of that color there, but it's fine. So let's do this one again. All right. custom box size. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this guy. This works best when you're not writing on it though. Am I writing on it? Yeah, that's fine. So you just put down one, right? And then you take the other one, and then instead of just like putting it, it would be like that. You just move it up to the space you want it. I'm not mad about it. See, look, it's like a custom box size. Hacks. So for this, I wanted to put in that I was super tired again, so I'm just gonna put in this little guy. That actually looks really cute. I'm gonna probably do that more often, actually. It's a little bit easier than like cutting this line right and then like trying to guesstimate where you cut the other line, because I feel like it always ends up just a smidge too short, and then you end up like with just not what you want. But this, I feel like, because the overlay actually doesn't feel as thick as I thought it would for some reason. It's actually like perfect. So instead of doing the 2 lines, I'd actually recommend it this way. I think that way is easier and you get the perfect size every time. Obviously, if you wanted something super small, I would, like, let's say you wanted something like tiny, then I would cut this here, and then just so you'd have, and then just kind of like, still you want to overlay it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, rather than trying to like just blend the lines together. Like if you wanted something super small for some reason, though, at that point you just use a little thing or a fancy label. I don't know. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So then on later in the evening, I guess, I will put in a, let's see. See, some of these days I only have like 2 things to put in. Let's see. Let's do, I had that Frozen song stuck in my head. It's like the song that I like in the thing. All right, let's do this. So I'm gonna do this guy here. And you can ideally do the same thing then. Let's do that actually. Let's do a little tester. So like obviously the quarter box would be like a little too small for this area. So let's actually take a half box. I'm gonna do the green because there's the black there obviously, and could do gray, but the gray's there. So the green's not represented till up there. So let's do that with the half box as well. So the half box, what I'm gonna do is because, actually I'm just gonna cut it right in the middle. Yeah, I'm gonna cut it in the middle. You see this? Yeah. Put it in the middle. Hacks with Andrea. We're gonna put this here, and then I'm gonna take the other part, and then instead of like lining it up here, this would be like how big it normally is. I'm just gonna take it and place it here. See how it looks cute? Okay. So for that, I'm going to put in Chill with the Boys. So I have this sticker here, and it's nice whenever you have a script and do this though, because you don't even have to worry about writing on it. That would just kind of write something that's like 2 lines, but like that looks perfect. And then underneath that I have this sticker here, because this was the night I stayed up to try and figure out how like the curbside spots worked, because there are some curbside spots now for like the 9th, but they're like later ones in the day. At this point in time, the curbside spots for HEB, which is like our like grocery store, they weren't available at all. Like every single store was full, besides like Leander, which is kind of like 25-30 minutes away from me, the HEB in Leander. So that was like one that I snagged for, I think the 5th or the 4th, the 4th or the 3rd, because the 3rd, and then I'm going to schedule one for the 10th, so 7 days apart. But yeah, so I wanted to like figure out how exactly like the new spots open, so that night I just kind of worked on that and wanted to see like when the new Target spots open and the new Whole Foods spots open, and just kind of get an idea of like what we're going to be doing, and like so I don't have to like worry about it. These are the things I worry about. So on Sunday I did just cuddle with the boys. So for that I am going to use a half box, and then after that I wanted to put in that Bennett was driving me nuts. So I think I'm actually going to do the little thing that I did. This was actually the first day that I felt like he was starting to drive me nuts a little, and it's because we're all kind of getting a little stir crazy. Like we go outside and stuff, but it's still not the same as like going and doing something or like leaving the house. So for Bennett driving me nuts, so I'm gonna put in first. No, Cuddle. Oh, Cuddle. We did Cuddle, so we'll do this one in this box. And then I'm just gonna take this one that I already cut and put it in here. For Bubba driving me insane. Actually, I might do it the yeah, I'm gonna do the opposite way because I do have quite a big sticker for that. So I have this in here. And then for Family Cuddles, I have this sticker, and then I also have a script, which works out better since I cut that one. Be a long video. And then underneath, oops, underneath that, where did my other sheet go? I feel like I'm losing everything. I used some like deco pieces this week also as stuff. Yeah, I'm we'll just give you an estimate then. Which one has the most? Let's use this one. Okay, so then on the final box, I wanted to put in that I watched the news, which is like, I don't remember honestly the last time I watched the news. So it was very weird. So for watching the news, I think I'm going to use a half box just because it was bizarre for me to watch the news. So I think what I'm going to do is do a little thing for bath, or I'll do a bath below it. Yeah. I'm going to do this one here for a bath, right? And then a little thing, or no, I went to work. So let's do that. Let's do this. Let's do this. Oops. And then I'm just going to take cut this for work. And then let's put these in. All right, so I have me watching the news in here. Just put it like that. Above it, I'm gonna put in that I worked. So I have just another one of those like deco stickers, a work script, and then last but not least, like I said, I did take a bath this night as well. So I'm gonna put this in here. Just a little sticker. Y'all the real MVPs if you lasted this long in this video. Alright, so I think that's everything. Let's go ahead and wrap this up and put all my stickers in my tea-stash pile. So, let's see. Alright, so let me zoom out. I think this turned out really pretty. Oh, it's so pretty. Okay, so as far as the half-cut headers, I still have like 2 and maybe like 2 strips. So like more than enough. So even if you had more stuff that you wanted to use these with, I feel like you'd have plenty of bouginess in there. So that is the spread. I think it looks so pretty. I love it so much. I don't think I ever like used a green wiggle before, but this is like pretty amazing with the gold. So I hope you guys like this video and the talk through. I think I mentioned in a different video that I don't like, once I give birth, I probably will be taking a couple of weeks off of Plan With Me's. I'll either do new releases or have Kirsten film them for me. At least one of the weeks I think Kirsten will probably do them, unless it like lines up perfectly that like I'd already filmed the other one and then the next one would be like a week later. So I'll just kind of play that by ear. But as far as like filming Plan With Me is not going to be like a super priority. So whenever I come back, I might like do a couple of them, maybe like my birthday spread, birth week spread, and then that be kind of like it. And then I'll just like catch up in real time. But we'll kind of see like how I feel, obviously. But yeah, so that is everything. I hope that you guys like this video, and I will talk to you guys in my next one.